And yes, now we should be live. Welcome everyone to Rant Café number 11. And joining us today, we have a bunch of amazing people, including BlackCriticGuy, who is coming back for another whipping.
No, the whipping. I didn't know we were in a dungeon.
Dungeon whipping.
You know, I'm not like Rihanna, dude. You know,
dungeon whipping. He's here, and the reason BlackCriticGuy is here because he clearly hasn't seen my anime ASMR video. Otherwise, he would never come here again. But the good thing he has.
Now you just put yourself on blast, dude. I gotta watch this ASMR video now.
No, don't do it. But
I'm doing it.
Nobody do it.
Live reaction to ASMR video. Let's do it.
Yes, right now. Let's do it right now.
Also joining us today, we have Anime Recon back in the house. We have.
What is up?
Yeah. We have all day anime breaks from all day anime.
Yo.
CyanideBlizzard.
Hello.
And the massive mustache, Macklenot. What's up, buddy?
That's me. That's me. What's up? I'm good.
And by the way, guys, everyone in the chat, welcome. I see you guys have been talking already before we started, so good to see you. Good to see our Prince Schneisel over there, Elf in Silver Armor, and I saw Creepellen, I saw Ambu, Black Ops, I saw a bunch of you guys, and Tony. A bunch of people were saying that they actually. A bunch of people were saying that they are only here for you. Did you know that?
That's not true. Everyone's here for Macklenot and that glorious mustache. That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
Everyone's here for Macklenot's glorious mustache.
Yeah, and I'm also here to say. This very important phrase. Yeah yo.
Wouldn't be a stream without it.
It wouldn't be a stream without it. Yo, gotta be dreaming. You know.
Now the big question is, what the hell happened to my camera?
That's a good question. I was about to say you don't look that beautiful.
No, yeah, like the camera just passed out. I don't know what's happening.
It just couldn't handle. It couldn't handle your big ego. It just said, "Fuck it. This guy has taken enough screen time. Let's just put up a better looking."
Yo, I think if we're gonna talk about ego, we should talk about the fact that you lied to me earlier. You said you were banned from Rant Cafe. Why did you lie to me?
Well, no. See, this is on my other channel called Le Negro Critico.
So I see. So it was your evil twin that lied to me.
Yes, you're my evil twin with the mustache. I don't have a mustache. See, that was his evil twin. You know?
I'm actually BlackCriticGuy's evil twin. That's the plot twist.
When do we get to meet your evil twin, Tony?
It makes sense because he's the opposite of me. He's black, he's white, and he has a mustache, and he looks sexy, and has 20/20 vision.
Can
that's
we meet
totally
him?
the opposite of me. He's right there, Macklenot's right there.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, so I don't know what's happening with my camera, but yeah.
Because they want you to watch your ASMR video, then they'll turn your camera on.
Oh, Lord. We'll see. I'll try to figure it out later. But yeah, so I just want to welcome everybody in the chat. There's a lot of people. We have Zero, we have Rex, 8483, we have Trevor Jones, we have Alberto Herrera, we have Creepellen, we have the anime dude, Aurelia, Macklenot, Ladiga, Spook Kun. Yes.
Spook Oh,
actually, Tony, I went to your stream and I realized that you just dance and listen to music before the stream begins.
That's actually that's a tradition on my live chats. Usually, I will begin a live chat with a song and then I jump into the chat. Usually for the monthly ones. I don't do it for the BCG mails and stuff like that. I just find it to be a very fun way to get started with the chat. I mean, when you start like, is it on? Hey guys, it's just kind of, it seems awkward in a sense. If I start off with music and I need to make sure that everything is going properly and that they can hear me, then I know, okay, yeah, then we get the live chat started kind of thing. And plus, I have to make sure Macklenot saw my cool dance moves, you know?
So, are you saying that you're suggesting that Rant Cafe should start off like that from now on?
I think it should at least start with like the wave starting at one end of the spectrum and going to the other. So like I would start and then it would go on to Tony, then go on to Cyanide, whose Cyanides would be boring. Or worse. Something to get good at doing
Shots
the
We just have to
fired.
make a weird sound while we do it so that it actually comes to our screen.
Well, unfortunately I can't dance now because of the camera situation, but I could sing. I could sing.
Oh,
We're
please
saving
don't.
that for Brit.
My ears just healed.
While everyone is coming in, guys, I think that I should hit up some. Billie Jean is not my lover.
Whoa!
Go ahead, put my headphones down. Can't hear anything.
That sweet ass voice. Absolutely love it.
I'm
MJ
glad I put
from
my
the dead or
headphones off.
Animac?
I can't hear anything.
You're welcome, everybody attending Rant Cafe right now.
Can't hear anything.
Where else are you going to get people that were supposed to be talking about the anime industry singing Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
The answer is nowhere.
That's the reason the anime community or the anime industry is failing, because there's not enough Michael Jackson singing.
Animac is killing the anime community, confirmed. Stop
Yeah, like
singing.
before I started singing, guys, there was 37 viewers. Now there is 2.
And the
there's
two that
two.
stayed are me and Briggs, so.
Yeah.
There's 37 for me.
Oh, wait till it loads. It's gonna load and it's gonna be.
Yes.
No.
And then it's
It's gonna be 1 now.
then it is over. But yeah, so for this theme, for this Rant Cafe, I thought that we would talk about saving the anime industry. How can we help the anime industry? Because everyone's always talking about the anime industry struggles financially. We know that seasons that should have been happening like 3 years ago are still in the works. Like we see with the 7 Deadly Sins, it keeps getting postponed, even though it's a popular anime. We know that even Sword Art Online got postponed. So then you can only imagine for like less popular anime. So then what do you guys think in terms of the whole situation within the anime industry and how it can be fixed? And I will give it to you, Cyanide, because I know you did some research. And while you speak, I will attempt to reconnect my camera. So God help me.
Oh, I thought you were
Delightful.
gonna say you were gonna. I thought he said he was gonna say he's gonna sing again.
Well, some background vocals while I talk. I like that idea. So, you know, I gotta say, it's a really, really deep shame that Animac stopped singing. Why did you stop singing? Why did you stop singing?
Did you hear us stutter? No.
I think it's too bad because we've gotten a point in an industry where if we look over the course of the years, more shows are coming out every year, and that's a bigger expense on studios to do that. There's also a transition towards 3D CG, which is a whole nother area to invest money in. Furthermore, with the increase of anime being released per season, that results in fewer people buying certain shows, which then in turn affects the profit revenue that these companies are making. So in return, by producing more, they're essentially starting to kill themselves, which is then why we get so many samey shows or why certain shows are marketed to certain audiences, because at the end of the day, the anime industry is a business. And it's tough because then we, as consumers on the Western side of the world, have always wondered, how can we support the industry? What can we do to actually give back into it? And there have been a few things over the years. You know, we'll give them more detail. This one of those obviously is Crunchyroll, who have advocated that, you know, they're for supporting the industry. Canapa has talked about many times and tweeted about. There's been Indiegogo fundraisers for companies in Japan to actually host sort of like for dormitories for animators to get into the anime industry to kind of offset some of those expenses. So there are things that we can do to kind of contribute to that, but you know, what else can we do to help fix that? Because we don't want to risk something that may potentially happen with the video game industry, which is oversaturation, which can then lead to, I guess, almost like sort of a recession or even a depression, essentially.
That'd be sad. I'm just imagining the anime depression. There's like wheelbarrows full of like old DVDs, like old Bandai DVDs, and someone steals the wheelbarrow because the Bandai DVDs are worthless. And
why can't you just sell them and get money, and then other people could potentially buy the stuff?
That's the problem.
Because it's the
Reselling
anime
really
depression.
You need money for the industry, you know?
Yeah. It's the individual, like the biggest problem, I'm pretty sure some people noticed if you've ever bought anime online, is markups. For example, Cowboy Bebop had a limited edition that Amazon released of a Blu-ray That came out, that was about $80. Within probably a couple of months, that doubled in price. I sold my copy for close to about 3 times the amount. So that's just it, is, you know, that markup, that doesn't go to anybody except for me. I'm not only offsetting my initial cost, I'm, you know, making a profit. However, you know, Amazon and then the company that they're acquiring that from and paying for the rights for, you know, they're only getting, they've already got their money. That's it. They've got a set amount where, you know, when you're reselling, that's it. So it's sort of like if you buy manga from a used bookstore, that's not going to anybody except for the company that is selling it. So, you know, that's kind of the big question, is how do we make sure that our funds, like a really big topic that was covered on one of the previous Rant Cafes, was the fact that mangaka get a one-time fee for an adaptation of an anime. They don't make any residuals on that. So they just get one lump sum payment and then that's it. So however much money a series makes, you know, especially in the, I think in special cases, probably like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach, I'm pretty sure there's probably different deals for that, but you know, for most series, that's just it. And that's not a whole lot to work off of. And especially too, that depends on creative control. We see certain examples of that in certain mediums like Shirobaka. Girlish Number pokes fun of it, but they also do kind of peer behind the veil a little bit to see kind of how meetings are treated between the original author and artist, as well as the anime studio and the staff there within. So yeah, it's a real interesting thing. Like, you know, someone actually just mentioned the chat for markups with video games. Like, that was a big thing. A lot of video game developers and even publishers were heavily against used game markets. Companies such as GameStop. Huge controversy for a brief period of time about that, because you know, they don't see anything with that. They don't see any profit with that. And that was kind of the complaint. But we, the consumer, benefit. So, you know, at the end of the day, though, how do we make sure that we can support these industries without reverting, or I guess almost going to more of a perverse end, such as piracy and so forth? My apologies.
Piracy is definitely a big one.
It's very interesting you brought that up, actually. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
I was going to do a segue anyway.
Too much. I talk way too much.
No, if you have like a point to add on to what he was saying, go for it, because I was going to segue with piracy a bit. So,
well, I was just going to say, he brought up a really interesting point about oversaturation. If there's one thing I did notice, is that there are a shit ton of anime that get released in just one season. I remember I was trying to do weekly videos or daily videos where I just watch a new anime series last year, and I gave up because there were so many to pick from, and I didn't know which one to do. And I think maybe one thing that might be able to help them a little bit is maybe not shoot out so many anime. I mean, when you oversaturate your market with the same type of content, you kind of devalue it. The material becomes depreciative. It's kind of like if you like print a lot more money, the value of the gold behind the money devaluates as well. And I think maybe instead of shooting like, what do they do? 15 to 20 new anime series in a season? How many, does anybody know how many like series they shoot out?
For my first impression list, like for my first impressions, it has to not be a sequel, an OVA, and it has to meet a certain episode like duration. And my list alone, I've got 19 shows.
19. That's a shit ton of shows right there. I think they need to cut that by half the amount. You know, and if they focus on the quality of the stories that they're trying to tell, might be helpful to the anime industry. I don't know. I personally feel like maybe the oversaturation does play a huge part, and because we all live busy lives, we can't watch all of these anime at the same time. So some anime go unnoticed. That's why they become like what do they call like underrated anime and all that stuff.
Yeah, like a cult classic.
There you go, cult. That's what I was thinking of, cult classic. When it could have been great if there wasn't a lot of shit on the screen. I remember I was watching. I don't know how many of you watch Digibro, but he brought up a really good point about how there's more good anime now, whereas back then it used to just be a lot of shit. Like for one good anime, you would have like 10 shit anime. Now you can have 4 good anime and like 15 bad anime. It doesn't change. There's still more bad compared to the good, but at least you get more. And I'm like well, why don't we just cut out a lot of those bad animes? Let's cut out all the ones that just seem like pandering bullshit and just focus on maybe 2 or 3 that can be generic looking and stuff like that, you know? That could cut down the cost. That might cut down on a lot of things, in my opinion. The piracy thing that All Day Anime was about to bring up is another problem, too. Like, you know, I am a bit ashamed that I used Kiss Anime for so many years. I use Crunchyroll now, so I'm trying to support my community better. But yeah, Kiss Anime is still a big problem in that sense. But also, Kiss Anime provides a service that not a lot of legit legal anime streaming sites provide, and that is classic anime. I mean, when you go on Crunchyroll, you can't find anime from like 7 years ago if you wanted to. It's mostly anything that comes out now, and that's a problem, especially for me who review anime that can be older than 10 years. Where am I going to find them? No, I can't find them on Crunchyroll. I can't find them on Funimation. I can't find them on Amazon's doing this new thing where they have an anime thing, and I'm like, if you can like have a little like Crunchyroll classics, animes that are older than 5 years, you know, that'd be interesting. That can help out.
I have to quickly note as well that someone mentioned this. We are not supporting piracy or any illegal websites. We do not endorse them. We're just simply using this as discussion. My apology, Briggs, for cutting you off there, but I just really wanted to make that.
This stream is sponsored by Kiss Anime.
And then let's not forget our other sponsor, Kiss Cartoon.
Yeah, like, no, I completely get what you're saying, BCG, and aka Tony. But the thing is that, yeah, like, you need to, I think it's on the Japan end that they're lagging, because they could be making a lot more money if they made stuff from Japan available sooner and more readily to anime fans. If you are going to make a season available officially of an anime a year later, no one's going to wait that long, man. That's just reality. So seize that opportunity, take it and make that money. Find a way. If it's Crunchyroll, if it's something else, fans will find a way to you. They will find a way to support you, but you need to give them that opportunity. We can't fly to Japan, buy Japanese DVDs, learn Japanese, right? Like people use fan dubs, people use streaming. Like on that Japan end, they need to really make things more available. And just before we get into more serious stuff, people are saying that I need to, now that I have the camera in the chat, they said that I need to dance. So I was thinking of doing some...
You need to dance? You need a dance?
Well, Briggs, I'm actually really curious on your perspective on the whole matter, especially as someone who is a fan of One Piece, you know, which is a really large show and also gets a lot of piracy as well in some aspects, but also some support. So,
yeah, definitely would love to hear your yayo-yayoing.
In terms of One Piece, like, so I don't know, actually, back to, in terms of seasonal anime, I used to be a really huge seasonal anime fan, and I would buy Crunchyroll. But now I'm not that into seasonal anime, and because they don't have classics, I ended up canceling my description. Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say.
Subscription.
We feel you, man.
Yeah, words.
You end up canceling your Macklenot.
Yeah, my Macklenot. And because I'm mainly just rewatching old shows right now, and sadly, I end up going to Kiss Anime. And I'm not trying to endorse it in any way, but like sometimes I need to watch a show to make a video on, and I think a lot of it comes down to, like, you got to support what you're really into, because I've watched close to 200 series at this point. If I supported every single series, I'd be living outside right now. Like, I'm a university student. But, like, for example, One Piece, I love One Piece so much that, like, even though I read it, like, illegally before it comes out, I still purchase the manga, and I have, I have so much merchandise for One Piece. And another thing is I watched the One Piece movie before it came out, but then I went to see it in theaters, and then once the Blu-ray comes out, I will 100% buy it because I love the series and I want to support it so it continues. And then the same thing goes with anything. If you enjoy something, even if you can't give to every single series, give back to the ones you enjoy so you could, like, support that specific anime, support the quality and not the oversaturation in the industry, right?
Yeah, and that goes back. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. Yeah, so I agree 100% with that, because anime, if anyone is not, you know, stingy in terms of spending, if anyone wants to spend on stuff that other people would consider ridiculous, like figurines and body pillows and what have you, anime fans are willing to spend. including anime fans in the West. But you have to make it available to them, and you have to make it affordable. So yeah, like Briggs said, we can't buy Blu-rays, official Blu-rays of 200 series, but make it like a Crunchyroll type thing where everything is available, where we can stream it legally, pay money, support the industry. It's money that they could be making that they're not getting, right? Like, and it's like there's more than enough will for fans to support the industry.
Visual novels were like that for the longest period of time. The only way you could get them would either be through a contact or secondhand, or else through piracy. But now more companies have taken steps and measures to offer products to a Western audience so people can finally support them, whether that be through aspects like Kickstarter. We're seeing that with anime as well. There was an anime I actually donated to, Mecha-Ood. That's Sai Okamoto is doing her own anime, and she was able to get that funded through Kickstarter. Under the Dog, whether you liked it or hate it, that was funded through Kickstarter and did pretty well. There's more of these avenues, and they need to be available. And like that's a really good point that Briggs brings up. Oh, tricky there. I see what you're doing to me, Briggs.
Tongue tie.
But I'll pass it back off here because I've been yammering on too much. But I was actually in researching some articles. There was a portion of audience that's actually in support of a bit of a different approach, which is, yes, questionable legality means for watching the show, but after they watch it, they sort of use it as a sample. They don't watch everything, they sample it, and then they buy it, which is actually something that I used to do myself. And Briggs mentioned that as well. The thing is, it gets expensive. I'll openly admit, I've spent over 5 figures worth on anime DVDs alone. In
$5 million?
No, 5 figures. 5 figures. It's only in the thousands, my friend.
Sorry, I'm not American.
Yeah, like 10, like 10,000 up. I mean, probably
like
closer to maybe like $40,000 or $50,000 over the years in anime. And it's just the thing is, I've been fortunate enough to have a career that pays for that. Not everyone's in that position to be able to do so. And I mean, yeah, this is like 20 years as well. So that's, an accumulation of money over a period of time. But that's just it. Like, that's how expensive it gets. And the more shows you watch, as Briggs said as well, the more expensive it gets. So it's like, can we as fans do so in a manner that's affordable and also still be able to throw back to them even a little bit? Because like someone brought up Aniplex. Like Aniplex of America charges absurd prices. Like first half of Fate Zero is like $200. I think it was originally $300 when it first came out. That's like Japan level of pricing, because in Japan you get like one Blu-ray or DVD, high quality, usually with extras, but that runs you roughly around 2 episodes for $60. And they generally have, like, for example, a 12-episode series will have, like 6 volumes, sometimes 7. They spread them out ridiculously so. And I mean, I remember growing up, you're shelling out $30 per DVD. Some DVD series have like 8 DVDs. You're like, ugh. But then you see that and you're just like, nope, I don't want to buy that at all. And that's just it. Now we finally have more affordable packs, but now we're starting to get more expensive. And it's just, I wish there could be a nice
middle ground
medium.
Yeah, they have to
figure
out a way to make it more affordable, to make it like a streaming thing where, yeah, maybe you don't own it, maybe it's not the greatest quality, you don't get the extras, but you can still pay some money and pay it forward to the industry. And the other thing that I want to bring in there, and I want to go to Recon after this because I haven't heard much from him. I want to make sure he gets his thoughts in here. But
get in there, Recon.
Yeah, I've got to get him in here. But the other thing that I heard is also, if you want to specifically help the artist that you love, like the manga creator, mangaka, you should buy the manga rather than the DVD, because if you buy the DVD, you're not actually helping the creator himself, because the rights to the DVD go to the studio, not to the creator. Buying the manga helps more. So yeah, Recon, buddy, what do you think?
Well, for me, let's say, like, as an anime reactor, I watch literally like all the animes that come out every season, and I pretty much just judge which one is good and which one is bad. But for me, I really just enjoy the old anime, how it was from before, rather than the new ones. To be honest, that's just my opinion. But I don't know if you guys think about this, but do you think it gets better and better as we progress through the years? Do you guys think it gets better and better, or does it get worse and worse?
Wait, the quality of the anime, or you mean
Yeah,
the pricing of the anime?
No, and like in general, like the stories and in general. Do you feel like it gets better or does it get worse?
Quality is subjective, though. I think that's the tough part. It's going to depend on how old you are, what you got into anime. It's so tough because it's sort of like how with every new season of anime, everyone's like, "Oh, this season was terrible. Oh, shit. Next season, that's going to be great. Oh, I can't wait for the upcoming season." And then that season,
I can't wait till they cancel One Piece.
That's such a tough argument. I think there's
won't even happen within my lifetime.
We'll all be dead in the ground before One Piece gets canceled.
Right. But I've honestly seen a majority of anime that have really impressed me so far. And I want to talk about, let's say, Attack on Titan and how come it's being like every time delayed and delayed after being promised it will come out on this date, and then it was being delayed and delayed every time.
Look at the quality of the animation in Attack on Titan. That is so it's out of this world compared to all the other anime. Like, especially,
very true.
I went back to watch it too, and I realized one thing that they don't rely on is there aren't a lot of still moments. I watched like a romantic comedy anime, and there are moments where characters are just kind of standing there, so it feels like a still frame. In Attack on Titan, everything is almost in motion.
Exactly.
Like the backgrounds are lively, the characters are lively, the colors are saturated and they pop out. It's constantly bombarding you with visuals. Whereas most anime, I mean, they deal by Blizzard, you might be able to answer this. Do they still do the whole like paying animators per frame that they produce?
Yeah, it's gotten a bit better, but I mean it's varied. It depends on the studio, but that's kind of a big thing too. Is generally budgetary constraints are why they do that, as well as time. You know, with more action-packed shows, you'll sometimes see that you'll get moments of downtime where there'll be just like a static shot in a room where you'll just see their mouth move, but they'll be kind of standing there, usually kind of going back and forth with the story, whether it be through exposition or so forth. But then when you get to the action sequences, that's where they put the budget. There's actually a really funny joke that they use at the end of Carnival Phantasm, where literally one of the characters does all these elaborate animations. She's like, "Oh, I'm using all the budget. I'm using all the budget." And at the end, they kind of do this joke of how much it costs. And that's kind of the thing, is the more intensive it is, the more expensive it gets. Plus, you also have to remember the business aspect. They can keep teasing and hyping up Attack on Titan, which just gets people more interested. Oh, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, Macklenot's mustache grows every second that they delay it.
Yeah, but Attack on Titan is finally confirmed to be coming back in April of 2017. So April.
I'll believe it when I see it. I believe it when I see it.
Mythical.
They said 2015, then they said 2016. Now it's 2017.
Yeah, it's true. But
then they're gonna say in April, like, "Whoopsie, we actually meant late 2017."
Don't worry, Tony. It is confirmed for I think spring anime.
Yeah, April 2017, and they better come because I need stuff to make videos about, guys.
I'm definitely reacting to it.
They better come back. But the other thing I wanted to bring up is Joey, the anime man, actually had this thing where they were trying to, in Japan, they were raising money for like struggling animators just coming into the industry. And I think their goal was only like $1,000 or something. And then Joey shouted out the fundraiser on his channel, and they ended up raising like $3,000. And that made me think, like, is there a way for fans here, like outside of Japan, to be able to have like fundraiser drives and things like that for struggling animators or beginner animators? Because I really feel that the more anime becomes kind of basically just making these certain types of popular anime because there is no budget, blah, blah, blah. They only have budget for the top anime. It's going to be really hard for animators, new creators to break into the industry, because they're going to be like, okay, well, we know that this guy sells. He has experience. His stuff sells. He has fans. So we're going to give him the money, but we can't take a risk on the new guy. So we're not going to let them in. And I feel like that would really result in a stagnation inside the anime industry. We wouldn't have innovation. So do you guys think that there is a way to kind of have fans outside of Japan somehow fund struggling animators to help the anime industry that way? Because, yeah, like what the Anime Man did, it made me think of that. But to really do that well, you would have to have someone like the Anime Man who has influence, who has a big platform and who actually lives in Japan and speaks Japanese managing this kind of stuff, or like being at the head of it, because you would have to have someone who is in Japan, who speaks Japanese, who can liaison with the Japanese animators, who many of them don't speak English, right? And you would have to be on site there, making sure that the money is getting to the right place, making sure that all the accounts are being shown, that it's all legitimate, and no one thinks that their money is being, you know, taken by someone for nefarious purposes. But like, I feel like it would be a good idea if someone could do something like that, because I'm sure a lot of fans would absolutely want to contribute to that, as long as they know that their money is going to the right place.
Yeah, and I mean, like, as cliche as it sounds, like, if everyone comes together, they have the same goal, they have the same mindset, you can do anything. So I mean, no, yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I'd get behind that, but you're right, like, it would be a big project. It would have to be like it would have to be overseen by someone like who's, you know, got a name for themselves and is like, you know, deep in the community, you know, organize stuff like that. But it would be a good idea, and I'd get behind that 500%.
500%?
503, but I'm giving it a little wee-wee.
Oh, yeah.
Rounding
How about
down.
we talk about some CGI right now, CGI anime.
Whoa,
Can we
God.
actually keep talking about that for a moment, because it's a really good topic, and the thing is that it's actually happening sort of right now in the community. So there's a group. There's a website called Sakura Buru. Sakuga is essentially what's I think roughly translates to, you know, the fluidity in animation, like a very fluid animation scene is described as Sakuga. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I know not of what I speak. But I mean, it's really interesting because the whole place focuses on talking about animators, talking about the inner workings of this. You have individuals like the Canepa Effect, who's got his studio spotlight that focuses on it. It's not just Canepa. You know, Nino does that as well. Jimmy, you know, there's other people that are focusing on studios, focusing on talking about directors, animators. You know, you can buy art books that certain, you know, key animator artists that will put out there. The Bakemonogatari series, Akio Watanabe is the character artist and designer. He also is the key animator, and you can buy key animation frames of these books. And it's a great way to kind of help support them and to kind of throw money back to those companies, to the studio, because that's the thing. The more money they get in, the more budget they have to work with, and the more successful a show is, and the revenue they accumulate from that, the better off they're going to be. And that's the thing. It's tricky with it, because I believe the thing you were talking about that Joey had talked about was actually the same thing that Canepa was also talking about as well. And that's a really great aspect. I don't know about the involvement, because I believe the person who organized that was actually part of a studio. So I think you'd have to have some connections, and it would have to be well documented that it's, you know, it's going to go to that, and, you know, or else maybe that's something that studio in particular has set up. Like, I think that fundraiser was something that I'd have to look into it deeper. I don't have it in front of me right now, but I believe that's something a studio did have set up for training animators, to kind of fund them to get them through that. So that eases the expense on their end, and it kind of helps put them through that. And in return, you kind of give back. But no, we live in an age now where people actually sit down, they're talking about the key animators, they're talking about, oh man, you know, did you see these sequences animated by so-and-so? Oh, it's incredible, which it's another thing. Sakugaburu tags those individuals that were involved in those key animations. So we get more of an in-depth understanding of, I guess, almost the machine itself that runs these companies, these studios, and we can get a better appreciation and respect for them now that we're delving into them. It's sort of like the academic side, branching and looking from a different perspective, except in this case, it's in the animation aspect. And it's really exciting. I mean, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's overwhelming, but it gets that knowledge out there, and the more people know about it, the more they'll research, the more they'll find out, the more they'll inform others, and that's how it spreads. That's how you get more people knowing.
Yeah, but did you know that the creator of Kimi no Nawa, let's say Makoto Shinkai, since it's like his most popular film that he has ever made, people just constantly talk about it and watch it over and over again and say like it's the best movie ever made. Makoto Shinkai is saying like he doesn't want to be in the spotlight. If you guys have ever read the news article about that, and
No, I read it.
yeah, that he doesn't want to have the spotlight. He's also asking people to stop watching Kimi no Nawa. I don't really know why, but if he created it himself, then it's supposed to be his best work ever made. But still, he just doesn't want to be in the spotlight, and I really don't know why.
Well, because some people just don't like the spotlight. I mean, they like creating, they like telling stories and stuff, but they don't want to be the center of attention. I mean, there are many people in Hollywood that are just like, yeah, I made this one thing, but I don't want people to be like, oh, hey, yo, man, I want to talk to you, interview. They kind of live simple lives. And, a lot of Asians, from my experience growing up, in Guam and around Asians and all that stuff, a lot of Asian people, they like to keep to themselves. They're very introverted in nature. They don't like the spotlight. In fact, a lot of mangakas, they don't like the spotlight either. They don't really show their pictures that much. They don't go out that much. Like, I know Jin Kobayashi was very protective of his image when he was being interviewed by people for School Rumble. He didn't like to show his face that much. He'll show it now and again, but he didn't like the spotlight. And I think that's the case here with Makoto Shinkai. He doesn't like the spotlight. He just made a film. He was very proud of it. He didn't expect it to blow up. Now he's kind of dealing with the repercussions of it blowing up. Or maybe it could be an expectation thing. Now that he made such a great film, how is he going to follow it up? There's always the fear of what comes after,
Yeah, that's a very good point, bro, because that's some very good philosophical.
Hey, man, I could talk about anime all day. All day anime for me right here.
Oh, all day anime?
All day anime.
Oh, no, that's One Piece guy. What are you talking about?
Exposed, One Piece guy is all day anime. He was the whole time.
Nailed it. Good job.
But yeah, guys, I will promise you, as soon as we surpass Joey the Anime Man in subscribers, I will set up my own fund. I will go to Japan, learn Japanese, and I will be funding the anime industry. And they will only be making anime like Code Geass and Gurren Lagann
Oh, Lord.
for their lives of
I
humanity.
think people are going to get sick of that real fast.
Is it sad
Especially
to say?
Especially me, since I love romantic comedies.
Oh yeah, it's Romantic Comedy Month on the BCG channel, guys. Check him out. Or if you don't, he'll check you out, if you know what I mean.
Not if I check you out first.
I better turn my camera off, man. Whoa.
By the way, guys, the link to everyone's channel here is in the description, so definitely check them all out. They're all great content creators.
What was that, Macklenot?
That was a thumbs up. That was a very aggressive.
Oh, it looked like
thumbs
you
up.
were doing this.
No, that is different than that.
Yes, see my channel.
Exposed.
Oh.
But like, I will say that none of these other guys, except me, has done an ASMR video. So
Not that we've made public. There's a private
I
server
am
on
ahead of the
YouTube.
game, I think, on that.
I don't know. I saw All Day Anime do one.
It's true.
I was there when All Day Anime recorded it. I was in the I was outside.
In the
Unbelievable. Why am I only
I was
finding
listening
about this
through the
now?
window.
And then
Well,
reactor, so
Cyanide, you wanted to know about it, then you should have been there when I sent you the Evite.
Is
Oh,
there an
that's what that was
anime
for.
ASMR? Someone doing an anime character?
Yes, there's
Yes.
so many. So many.
Can
wanna
you
see
tell
this.
me one? Tell me one. Tell me a girl. Tell me a girl who's
Yes.
in a cosplay.
Like when I was doing research for this video that I did, I found so many, and I don't listen to them at all now.
I found some of the ones, and I think it's actually somebody uploading them that somebody else did.
Oh, man. That's a bitch move, right?
Content ID.
Yeah, like I think they're taking the Japanese ASMR videos from wherever they're getting them, like Nico Duga or whatever, and then just uploading them over here
That's
with
a ton of shit.
random anime girl thumbnail. Because originally I thought that too, and that was like, oh wait, oh no, and then sad face commenced.
That's like something that Macklenot would do, man.
Men Mackle when?
Men Mac what?
Macklenot would do anything for them views, bro.
He steals all of my videos. Like that, his recap of that anime convention that he went to is a shot-for-shot remake of my experience at the same anime convention. Like shot for shot, guys.
I know. I was watching you the whole time I was there. I'm like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm gonna steal all your shit. It's gonna be on this video.
I have an awesome idea. Each one of us should perform our own ASMR, post them on YouTube, and see what people think of it.
Oh, even better, we should copy whoever this one guy is who combines all the first impression videos and puts them on one video. So then all the audio is overlapping.
That's amazing. It's like It's like the Star Wars, like every Star Wars movie playing at the exact same time. That'd
Yeah.
be amazing.
No, it's like one time I think I've seen up to 18 people on one video. I wanted to do that for my April Fool's video where it would become like a battle royale because they'd all start fighting each other to be the best.
Are you talking about Hawk Aurora?
No, I got to go find them real quick. I should be able to. It'll take a moment.
We could
But yeah,
probably do it right now.
I promise.
Oh my God.
In our Discord server, people were asking, and I promised that at 1 million subscribers, me and Macklenot will dress up as Menma and Amelia and do an ASMR video.
Wait. Who's gonna be Menma and who's gonna be Amelia?
I will be Amelia.
Hey, you still haven't seen my recap video, have you, BlackCriticGuy?
No.
Yeah,
Uproar.
I have.
To make your day a little bit worse, dress as Rem, please.
That would get you 1 million subscribers. You
Yes,
gotta dress up
dress as Rem.
as your competition. You know, something that you hate.
I am confident that I won't have to worry about doing that video. That's why I said 1 million subscribers, guys. So
I don't know,
Don't worry.
man. I just might have to post it on a certain
Rem
website.
would get you more subs.
Rem would get you most subs, actually.
Exactly.
Listen to the all day anime guy.
Amelia, what? I didn't even hear what was happening because my thing was cutting out. But I heard Amelia best girl.
it's gonna happen, guys.
Oh,
It's
wow.
gonna happen.
No one said that.
Just so everyone knows, unless you don't know already, but everyone should know because the hype is real. Me and All Day Anime, Briggs from All Day Anime, are going to face off against Anime Recon and Tony the Wrong Critic Guy. And we're going to be facing off about once and for all live anime debate about who is best girl, Rem or Amelia. This is coming soon, sometime in February. We will get you an exact date when we know it, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be so epic, man. Like, dude, it's going to be like, it's like gonna end all waifu best girl
Waifu wars.
debate. It's going to set a whole new level.
What's up
Awesomeness.
with all the black people? Sorry, I'm watching the link that Cyanide just sent, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, there's a shit ton of black people just reacting to this video.
That's right.
3 Asians, one white fat dude, no, four Asians, Hispanic looking guy, maybe, I don't know.
Black people like prison school.
They like doing reaction videos apparently too.
Yes. Reaction videos to
Who the
prison
hell
school.
was that in your background?
How the hell does this thing have 200,000 views? What?
Yes.
What? Is that all you gotta do to get views, man? Shit, I'll do compilation videos. Damn. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, so by the way, we have on our Discord server, we have a special chat room called Waifu Wars. So these debates are constantly ongoing. That's why I keep saying the hype is real, Tony, because people are constantly like, when is this happening? When is this happening?
We're actually going to talk about it at the end of, or we're going to talk about it after we're done with this chat because I do want to get into details.
Just
With
some
the
real stuff, bro.
It's time
Like,
to wreck the shit out of Amelia. That's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly. See, Anime Recon knows where it's at. I just need to get Macklenot. I need to get Macklenot on my side, and then
I'm mediating this thing.
yeah,
I can't take.
Macklenot is gonna mediate this shit.
No, Macklenot's gonna pick my side, or he's gonna fucking sleep in the doghouse again. All right. He puts the lotion on his skin.
Cool.
He can
Not,
sleep
see,
in
that's why he's a movie reviewer because
Buffalo
he has
Bill, welcome.
But just
he
so
can
you
sleep in the
know,
Harry Potter room in the stairs. He can.
just so you guys know, Priscilla is most underrated waifu of ReZero.
I can agree with that.
Which one's
take that.
Priscilla again?
The
She's
blondie with the like a red dress, and she's the one who like beat Subaru when he was
hot,
like being a
violent
coward.
Oh, the pampered little bitch.
Yeah,
Oh, her.
Shots fired.
Priscilla.
Her.
She turns out to be all right. Kind of.
Are you
Oh,
saying?
don't be one of
No.
those manga people. Don't be
Are
one
you
of those
saying,
manga people.
Tony, that you would not teach her a lesson about being pampered? You would not try to teach her a
No.
lesson?
She reminded me too much of one of my least favorite characters in anime, so yeah, no.
Who's your least favorite character?
Well, okay, she's not my hated, like the most hated, but one of my least favorites is Eri Sawichka from School Rumble. Not a fan of hers.
How can
I
you
get
not like
that
Eri?
I get she's well developed. She's an interesting character to a certain degree, but I hate her personality. I hate the fact that she kind of ends up with Harima at the end of the anime or the end
The
of the
way it
series.
should be.
No,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no,
Girl.
no, Cyanide, you shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
I appreciate
will
Eri.
throw
I appreciate
down
Eri.
right now. I will throw down right now.
Eri, yo, so part two, bitches. After Rem and Amelia, it's Eri Savichka versus whoever you're shipping, Akira or whoever you're done.
No, Yakumo.
Yakumo
is the best girl in School Rumble. Plain and
She
simple.
is
my
a good
God,
girl.
why
She's
you-
a quality girl, but sorry,
Why
she
do
doesn't
you
do very.
only like subservient girls, Tony?
Subservient girls. Yakumo is not a subservient girl. Don't even, man.
Bro,
Can't
she
even.
is.
And plus,
So
fucking
is.
Rem has a personality besides being subservient. She wasn't always subservient.
We'll see
Amelia
about
is
that.
subservient.
Yeah, if anything, Amelia's more subservient.
Exactly.
What? She's not even. She's not even one of the hostess.
Like, how can you be a logical person doing your videos and then you say such things? How?
Because I'm right.
Gentlemen, shake your dicks. This pissing contest is over until the stream.
Until
Yeah, we gotta save it for the stream,
Then,
boys.
then
For the
I
stream,
know
boys.
Listen to Macklenot. He's right.
I will mediate so damn hard that you will wish you never had me mediate. So don't make me break up the mediation.
By the way, I like
We
that
need to be disciplined.
I like that little other guy's reference. That was a good one.
I'm glad you caught that.
Of course, the minute you said "shake your dick, this pissing content's over," I'm like, someone saw the other guys.
America.
I'm just waiting for you to be like, what the hell is going on here?
I'm just waiting for you to smash your computer after Amelia wins.
Hey, what did Macklenot say? What did Macklenot say?
Yeah, save it.
Save it for the stream.
There. Oh, now he's doing ASMR. There we go.
But,
Just you wait.
Uproar, Briggs, I have one thing to say. Who is Amelia?
How can you turn that around, bro? It's who is Rem. Everyone knows it's who is Rem.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm actually
wait,
you say
we're
Ram?
all
I'm
forgetting.
sorry,
We're
Ram?
all forgetting the important thing: the fact that Cyanide over here had to go and fucking stick his dick in his mouth by saying Aries the best girl.
Can't
Come on.
even. I mean, seriously, the amount of character development she gets in both seasons is astronomical.
I like
Her.
Eri. I don't know if she's best girl, but I like her. I do like her.
Development, buddy. Development.
Oh,
She gets
development.
that one episode in season 2. I remember the episode where she basically has
there was
to
a few
go.
more than one.
Oh, really? Well, you want to name them for me? You want to name them for me?
Let me go bust out my box.
Go bust out your box, and I'll tell you why you're wrong.
Bust out the box.
Go ahead.
I don't like
So-
the development argument though, because like
Best
you
girl
develop
showdown number
into an
2.
annoying bitch, aka Rem. I don't know.
Actually, that's a
Wow.
good. That's a good point. That's a good point, Briggs. Although
Just because you
that last
develop,
part-
it doesn't mean that you're a good character or best
Tony,
you
girl.
get more insight on the character when
Yeah,
you.
it's
when
a good.
they're-
That means it's a good character and a good story. But best girl, I don't know. I don't know if that's a qualification.
But best girl is
But she
subjective.
transforms. That's the thing. She starts off as the whole tsundere type aspect, but she slowly begins to melt away from that
she
to reveal
stays
Betty.
that way.
She still has it, but it's not nearly as potent as it was when it's
No,
first.
it
You can't deny that.
What?
I'm
You're
gonna
out of your
break
fucking
down. I'm gonna
mind.
break down on your face.
Guys,
Not as
save
potent.
it. Guys, save it for Best Girl Showdown Part 2. After Rem and Amelia, this is gonna be Part 2. I'm serious, because I also like Eri. But can we all agree that Tenma is worst girl?
Yes.
No, Sarah's the worst girl. Sarah's the worst girl.
What?
So if there was ever a character in School Rumble that totally doesn't fit and is irrelevant in the entire series, it's Sarah. Sarah Adamus is the worst girl in school. She's worse than Eri.
They try to make her work. They really try to
I
make her
thought
work. and
Tenma
she just
was
doesn't
But the
work.
thing, the problem is in a show that is supposed to be a bit over the top and characters have all of these eccentricities, she stands out as the only one that has nothing interesting to offer. Like even Yakumo and Yakumo and Mikoto, who are the straightest characters in School Rumble, they have interesting aspects to them that help them stand out. What the fuck does Sarah have? She's the best friend of Yakumo. That's all she has.
That's
Nothing
literally
else.
your attribute.
I'm
Aside
the
from
best-
physical
I'm the best
characteristics,
friend.
yeah.
Like everything, like if you were to take all the qualities Yakumo have and make her such a dense, one-dimensional character, that is Sarah. Like they try to make her the nice little girl, like, oh hey, I'm cheerful and stuff like that. But I'm like, what do? You do nothing funny. You do nothing interesting. You suck. All right. You're like if Eri and Yakumo were put into one person, their personality, all their charm, their wit, and gave them a piece of shit voice actress, bam. Sarah Diamonds, worst girl.
Yeah, but-
if there's one thing you could give, Tenma is funny, but she is very annoying. I'm not gonna die. She's
So annoying, yeah.
But she has her moments where she is really funny. And some of her reactions are priceless. Like the reaction where Yakumo brings Harima home and she's like, hey, Tenma, is this okay if like Harima stays here for a while? And she goes, oh,
I like my favorite scene in that whole show. The funniest scene is when they're at the beach and Harima takes Eri and like he like squeezes her mouth because he doesn't want her. Because he's like,
you better
naked.
shut up.
Don't say anything.
Yes, yes. Like he feels awkward, so he's like, "What do I do?" And he does the worst possible.
The funniest thing is what comes afterwards, where Akira catches him and he doesn't know what to say, but she gets it. She gets it immediately. She's like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's
let me guess.
She's like, yeah.
Eri walked in while you were changing, and then you didn't know what to do, so you overreacted, and this is how you ended up. Don't worry, Harima, I got you back. And she's just like, oh, Akira, you get it.
Yeah, I think I like Akira. She's like one of those side characters that intrigue me.
Yeah.
God damn, School Rumble was great. Oh, I need to go
Except for the
rewatch
fucking ending.
Yeah, we all agree that ending really sucked.
Oh,
There's nothing we could do about that, though.
guys,
Even Macklenot thinks it sucks, and he's
when
never
I-
even seen it.
Excuse
when
me?
I get 1 million subscribers, guys, we will together fund proper season 3 of School Rumble. We will do it.
No. If you do a proper season 3, you're still gonna get that piece of shit ending.
No, we're changing the ending. Fuck it.
Fucking
Changing it.
fuck the mangaka.
You want a proper like third season. You're still gonna get that episode 25, 26 where it ends.
We're changing it, man. We're changing it. Harima is no longer a hermit. Now he ends up with Eri. Oh,
I don't know what we're talking about.
well, watch some anime, bro.
Okay.
I
I'll
haven't
do
even
that.
watched School Rumble,
You need
so I don't know.
to watch anime all day. Okay.
True story.
Yeah, I think we just proved that Mac and Recon, who haven't seen School Rumble, don't watch anime all day.
I do watch, bro.
Wait.
I fucking watch the seasonal anime all
Wait a minute.
I
Wait a
watch
minute.
more anime than you guys.
Recon.
Yeah, seasonal pleb.
Wait a minute.
Recon, you post 6 videos a day. Clearly, you need to post 7.
Wait a minute. Anime
Gotta get
Recon,
on.
do you not watch? You never seen School Rumble?
No, unfortunately not.
I would highly recommend it. It's a very solid comedy anime. Has a lot of good dramatic moments too. It's one of the few comedy animes that balances the comedy and the drama very well. I know a lot of people get mad at me because I say I hate animes that fluctuate with tone, but it's more or less the fluctuations seem so ajarred because there'll be comedy like in 1 second, but then a split second later it's drama. Whereas in School Rumble, the drama is built up. There are moments that lead up. There's a little calm moment, and then you get the drama. A little calm moment, and then you get the comedy. You know, a lot of comedy animes don't understand that. Like Good Luck Girl, I recently watched and reviewed that. The problem with that anime is it will do a comedy bit, and then a second later it'd be like, "My mom never loved me."
All right,
The tone
Tony.
shifts are a bit brutal.
Tony, I'm gonna tell you right now that my favorite comedy anime has got to be Konosubarashi. If you've ever watched it, please tell me. Please tell me. Have you watched the greatness of
you on
Konosuba?
Anime Recon?
What?
I think that's the first thing I've ever like fully agreed with you on. Konosuba for the
Exactly.
W.
Exactly, Tony. Stop what you're doing. Don't watch anything else. and go get your ass on Konosuba right now.
Bro, we're in a stream. Don't stop what you're doing.
I mean, after when you finish
Okay,
the stream.
Bro,
Wait, what is Kona? Sorry, you're gonna hate me, but hey, you didn't see School Rumble.
Long story short, killed, goes into an afterlife, makes a bunch of havoc with 3 very interesting other characters.
So Angel Beats?
Let's not stock. Nah, I can't even English. Never mind. I give up.
You gotta speak French now. You gotta speak French.
You better get that English going. You better get that English going for the moderation, bro.
I mean, I'll try to watch Konosuba. Is how you
Yes,
pronounce it?
Konosuba.
I'll try to watch Konosuba after Romance Month and after Golden Boy and Sweet Blue Flowers, which I'm really interested in seeing. It's from the same person that made Horo Musuko. So
I can
actually
sadly
support the anime
say I
industry. I
haven't
have
seen
a
Golden
bunch
Boy.
of figures. I have like 12 figures in my room from different anime series that cost me hundreds of dollars.
Oh man.
from Konosuba?
No, from God Eater, Kankale, Sword Art Online, I'm sorry, Vampire, Amaki Brilliant Park, Hatsune Miku.
Hatsune Miku, there you go. That's all I had.
Sonic Komi, the Fruit of Grisaya. That's it.
I've never gotten the whole figurine thing. The only figurine I would get is Valletta Nu from Code Geass, but it's like $100.
Wait, how do you not get the figurine thing? Figurines are cool.
Figurines are awesome.
Briggs, you gotta defend me on this, man.
I don't get it.
They're a great resell. I'll tell you, there's a lot of money to be made in that. I made
Briggs
bank
has
reselling
got the
some
Naruto
figures.
figurine.
That's not Naruto.
Did you just say Naruto?
That's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh wait, sorry. It was the picture was too far away.
I'm
It
gonna
was
do an
not.
ASMR video like
I'm
this guy.
not gonna team up. I'm not gonna team up with you.
That honestly looked like Naruto because Briggs's picture was like way too far away because someone else was talking.
Totoro.
Yeah,
I'm
I
wearing
get this.
Totoro.
I get this, you guys, but like figurines.
But come on, dude.
Figurines are cool though.
I
Like,
gotta
there's
wait.
like
I
3
gotta bring
on
some
this
of
desk
mine.
right
I gotta
now.
bring some of mine.
Could be collectibles.
Oh no! Now Tony's breaking out his figurine stash.
Ooh.
Are they
But seriously,
explicit?
though, Mac,
Are they
there's-
explicit?
in fact, there's good money to be made with it.
Mm-hmm.
Good money.
Oh yeah.
But does that help the industry?
Yes,
No.
it does.
Well,
That's a great.
yeah.
It does.
No, it
Buying
doesn't.
figurines
Because
and
you're initially
figures does help
buying
the
it,
industry.
so like I initially buy through Amni, and they sent it back because that's a Japanese company. So
Guys, Soul Maka is in the chat. He's been helping a lot on the Discord. He's a great guy. He's an admin on the Discord. Very logical, intelligent dude when it comes to everything except his support for Rem over Amelia. I don't get it.
Oh,
It's
really? You're gonna chastise him for that?
Wow.
No, I know, like very
Such a
logical,
such
smart.
a petty man.
I know, including you guys, smart people, and yet you guys do the whole Rem versus Amelia thing. I don't get it. I love you guys. I respect you. I look up to you. But wow.
Look.
You're
Uproar, I
smart.
respect you as
You're
well.
loyal. I appreciate you.
I respect Briggs and Uproar
Use
a
this
lot.
more.
They're really good people. But I
Give
am
him
not
one
giving
more.
up on this. I will prove that Rem is the best.
Me and
You
Soul
don't-
Maka
you don't
hashed it
have
out
to-
pretty hard in the
Anime
Discord.
Recon, you don't have to prove that she's the best. We win by default. It's already popularity contest, and we win the popularity contest.
And Yuri on
That
Ice
is
wins
true,
everything
but
else.
still,
Like, I
they
don't
won
know.
a war, and we'll give them a
Who's
war.
voting here?
Hey,
But
They
that's
were
where
born
you're wrong, man. This is not what we're gonna do. Is not gonna be a popularity contest. It's gonna be an argument contest, and we're gonna win the argument.
An intellectual
we still
debate.
We still win the argument because if we're talking based on the characters presented, Ram still triumphs.
No, I think we should. I think we should have.
Spoiler
all-
alert! No,
So-
Popularity
Make a poll
isn't
on
a just
Twitter.
argument, though. Just because
Someone
something's
should make a-
popular doesn't mean it's
Wait,
not
where's
trash.
the mediator?
AKA
Mediator,
Ram.
why aren't you stopping this?
he gave up.
Yeah.
He gave up.
Well, I'm still here. I'm just waiting for a point to be like, hey, now you're a rock star.
Nice Tim
I
Hortons
was
cup,
waiting-
bro.
Get your
for that.
game on.
I was
Go
waiting
play.
for that. I
Thank
was
you.
waiting for that. I was waiting for that.
Nice.
All right, so wait, Anime Uproar, my friend, you gotta look at these figurines I got. So this is the first figurine I ever owned. This is a Mari figurine from Evangelion 2.0.
Yep.
Ooh.
MegaCon 2000, was it 11 or 12? It might have been 12. No. It's 2013. And I saw this, and the craftsmanship of like how they built it and stuff. They got the glasses, they got the eyes right, and the whole like personality in the figurine. And being a big fan of Mari, she's the reason why I actually gave Evangelion a second chance. I kind of just had to buy it, and it just looks so freaking cool. This one was actually sent to me. This is a Madoka.
Oh, Magica.
Oh, that's an awesome.
Yeah, this was
Mango
sent to me.
Shoujo Madoka Magica.
Yes, and I just like it. It's just like a nice aesthetic. Again, the craftsmanship is really good. Like, I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people like figurines is the detail and the hard work that goes into making these. I mean, look how detailed this is. You know,
Yeah.
from the puffy skirts.
That's why people like figurines. Definitely not like the other stuff, like the short skirts and such.
Oh, what? So you can see, like, oh, let me see the panties.
That's why I spend $160 on figurines so I can shake out their panties. That's
And then this is my prized possession. This was also sent to me. This is a Yakumo figurine.
Ooh.
Yes, it has her in a nice pose. The only problem is that she does kind of have like the panty situation. So
Bro.
people like
Indecent exposure.
Bro.
Come on, man. Treat her with
We
a little
got a
respect.
thumbnail, boys.
We've got
That-
standards on this
I
street.
don't like looking at it either. I just thought I'd point the fact that they do show her panties. which
It's
I love.
okay. It's Yakumo, so she's wearing like granny panties. It's fine. If it was Eri, then we would have.
I think he's triggered.
We would have some spice up in there.
He's triggered.
I'm leaving this chat now. Goodbye. Do not invite me again.
No.
Oh, it's too late. I'm done with you.
No, don't leave. Don't leave.
Oh, man,
I'm
if
gonna
you
be
trigger-
alone. They're gonna roast me if I'm alone. Please don't.
Don't worry. You got CyanideBlizzard. Just
No, Cyanide is Team Eri, bro.
That's right.
I will win Cyanide over to Team Amelia through our mutual passion for Eri.
No, he will not be won over.
Oh, Tony, no. I love you, man. I love you.
Tony, please.
I love you, Tony. By the way, guys, if you want to support the anime industry, buy all the sexual figurines and body pillows you can, because that is the way to do
I
it.
mean, I've already got a Reyes body pillow that I always, cuddle.
If you
I
had
was
to
going to
have a
say,
body
how are we going
pillow,
to
I
tie
would
this
say
back
Rhea
into the
would be one.
industry?
Yeah, we tied it back into the industry, all right.
Nicely done.
Do we have anything else? I think we should talk about CGI, to be honest, and how,
Is it?
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Say your view on it, Recon.
Well, from watching CGI, like, there's two CGI that I enjoyed, but I don't know if not many people like to watch it. It's like Ajin and Berserk. So I've watched Ajin 1 and 2, and I really enjoyed it, but many people don't prefer CGI, but they still do support the anime, and tell you how, they buy the manga, because if people don't like to watch CGI, they buy the manga, and then they read it instead of watching the anime. Same as Berserk.
Exactly.
I mean-
I love Berserk so much.
Exactly.
But,
And Berserk, yes.
I thought you loved One Piece.
I have many loves.
Did you betray the Straw Hat Gang?
I would never betray my Nakama.
Too late.
Nakama.
You just said you loved
You just
Berserk.
did, Breaks.
I also like Dragon Ball Z too, as you can see from Goku.
It's
I bet-
Naruto.
I bet-
It's
I
Naruto.
bet
You know what?
I bet you he actually likes the 4Kids version of One Piece. That
Of
bastard.
course, I rewatch that every year.
Yo!
Yeah, guys.
Fun
So
fact.
to address Recon's point, I actually like CGI is one thing, but like straight up 3D, like Ajin, I hated it. Like I watched Ajin and it was really jarring and distracting, the animation. Like they were trying to make it so realistic and it was like just jarring. It didn't work. Like their movements, they're like the way they would move their face and stuff, they were trying to be beyond 2D, but it really like it did not work for me at all. I did not enjoy it. I don't want the anime industry to go 3D like Disney has and like Pixar. I think it's ridiculous. I think 2D is a very much a unique art, and I think we need to keep it. So I would just like suggest that we slam every 3D anime like Ajin that comes out,
No,
and we slam it to the ground.
That is a very closed-minded opinion. Do
We
not-
must
That's-
slam it to the ground so that they never think of doing that.
See,
anytime.
only a fan of Amelia would say something like that.
Exactly.
Hey,
The thing is, uproar.
Please
if you're
don't
gonna-
I kind of agree with them. Support what you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, don't support
Exactly.
it.
Well,
I mean,
what
the
does
thing is-
Macklenot think?
3D Hate Mob 2017.
Macklenot. Oh, that's me. Hi. I mean, It's like, because I don't think you can just condemn like CGI as a whole. Like CGI, you can have a whole anime made out of CGI, and it could look bad. But then there's also good CGI. You can use CGI as a tool, right? Like for a good example is not necessarily anime, but like Lord of the Rings, for instance. That movie had a lot of like not a lot of CGI. Like it was used at a time, like it was made at a time where they used it more as a tool, like for things that they couldn't do with actual people. Whereas then you have The Hobbit, which is, 12 or like 11 years later, where it's very heavily based on CGI. And you can tell like all of the goblins are based on, like they're not people, like it's all CGI done, and it loses a lot of like realism to it, right? So I mean, you can use CGI to make things better, do things that you can't do. Same with anime. But if my problem is where you solely rely on it, like where the 2D elements completely taken out. So if it's used well and if it's well done, it doesn't look bad, which is, I'll admit, it's kind of hard to find these days in anime. But if it looks well and it's done well, then it can be a good tool, but not anything that you should rely on.
Yeah, like Ajin goes full 3D, and as we know from Tropic Thunder, you never go full 3D.
No, you never go full retard.
No, I was just gonna say
it's the same thing.
Get it right.
Same thing. That's what I'm arguing. My argument is that it's the same thing, bro.
Yeah, but it's different stories. It's very interesting. I mean, they're still gonna keep on doing it, no matter how people are saying it's shit. People still support it, and that's why the industry is getting the companies are getting more money from the the fundings and all this stuff from people supporting it, and they're still gonna keep on doing it. So Berserk is even getting a second season in spring.
Oh, but that was terrible. Like,
I mean, yeah, I agree Berserk was not that great, but it's still getting a season 2. People still supported the anime by buying the manga, but the anime itself, I just felt it skipped so much. I mean, specifically the first one, which is the Black Swordsman arc. They skipped that shit. I was so pissed.
Well,
that was a really good arc too.
Yes, exactly.
To note too that actually buying manga does not actually support the anime. It's Blu-ray sales that is going to support the anime. And
manga supports the mangaka.
Oh, you know what? Shut up, Cyanide. Go walk in a blizzard.
But no, the thing is that it's really going to come down to sales, and this is actually a really interesting perspective here, is that people can actually vote by not buying a show. If a show doesn't sell and the majority of the complaint is that they didn't like how it looked, companies will take note of that. CG isn't going to go away, but depending upon how it's used and depending upon how the sales are, it's going to be definitely reflective of that. I mean, in terms of television shows, no. Right now, it's really obvious when a show switches between animation to CG. Done it numerous times on First Impressions. It's a very noticeable, distracting thing that even any casual fan could see. But for movies, like especially, I think anyone can remember watching Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. That's gorgeous. That looks really good. Or even if you go even earlier than that, Spirits Within. Like, that was really good looking, way ahead of its time. Didn't do well. It tanked. That's why Sakaguchi left, but that's the thing, is depending upon that and depending upon how well it does, we'll see how it works. That's going to be the really interesting part.
Roger Smith 2004 says that Berserk 2016 will go down as a classic of modern anime. A classic, you guys.
I mean, it will go down in history.
I don't know about classic.
It'll go down something.
But seriously, if people like 3D, they can watch Pixar. Like, why do they have to now start supporting 3D in anime? Like, that's what makes anime different. Like, I don't understand. Like, you have
technology
so much
and budget based.
Just watch it. Just watch it. Then, if you don't like anime for what it is, the true art of anime, go ahead. You have your Pixars, you have your Disneys.
Wait a minute.
It's like getting away from animation.
The true art of anime comes from the storytelling. Like, it's not really about the style of the animation. Honestly, you can use any style. You can do black and white. You can do color. You can do.
Yeah, but that's what bothers me. If it's not attractive, then I don't want to watch it. If it's not attractive, let me ask
you this then. Did you watch Mob Psycho 100?
Yes, I did, and I loved it.
Okay, that had very unattractive animation. Compared to the standard of most.
But it worked.
Yeah, because it's a different style. Just because it's a different style does not mean you should write it off. I mean, here's another example. Did any of you see Ping Pong, the animation?
I was literally gonna bring that up.
I
I
did
think
not.
it's a
When I
masterpiece,
first
and it
saw
looks like
when I
shit.
first saw Ping Pong the animation, I thought I was gonna hate it because it looked really ugly. I mean, those dark lines, the way they animated the faces, it looked disgusting. But it was actually very enriching. It was different. It was an evolution. It's a step forward in trying to tell a story in a different visual medium. The problem about anime is that it becomes very stagnant after a while. I mean, one of the things I've started noticing since I review anime very often is that things get very repetitive. The animation styles are so similar now, they kind of blend together. When you see something as different like Mob Psycho 100 or Ping Pong the animation, I personally feel like you might need to support those a little bit more than like your average run-of-the-mill, well animated animes, you know? Especially
that's true.
The story there is like for both of them, the stories are really good. The characters are great. And the animation helps to give it a unique look to make it stand out from the competition. Sorry, go ahead,
My
Simon.
only problem with Mob Psycho was not enough fan service.
Because it's, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, all these companies, they're a business and it's about making a profit. And of course, they have to be smart with how they use it. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of very similar animation techniques to conserve profit as well as time. So, I mean, that's the thing is when you get something like Mob Psycho or, you know, I mean, even something like to kind of talk about, you know, quote unquote, you know, bad looking shows, Tonkatsu DJ Agitaro was, I mean, a lot of people joked about it because it looks terrible. But it's actually not. It's actually animated really well. And if you look at it from an animation perspective, it's really clever, but it looks ugly. I mean, it's interesting, you know, and that's why I think creativity is, it's supposed to be rewarded. Because if you don't, if someone can do a by the numbers show that's going to function at a certain level and that sells really well, why am I going to branch out? It's going to cost me more time. You know, I'm going to have to probably hire on who knows who to handle these certain things. And then it's going to end up just increasing my cost overall, which potentially could put the studio out of business. So, yeah.
By the way, Arc Dogma says that he disagrees with BCG because he believes that anime was always some type of 2D style, and that's kind of what makes anime what it is.
Because that's all that was provided, though. That was all that was provided. I mean, back then, stories used to be told from books, from novels, but then we created a new medium. Film.
Cave paintings.
I'm with you, Arc Dogma. I'm your guy.
No, I mean, that's just it.
You came here for BCG, but you'll stay for me because I'm your guy.
Yeah,
you really should subscribe to Anime Uproar.
You pander rather than challenge.
Anime Uproar, your source for the latest news in the anime community and on Kogias.
Anime Uproar, 2D all the time, baby. 2D all the time.
But that's the thing.
Is coming at you live in 3D. Live action.
Think about it though in terms of the video game industry. Like, you know, when the PlayStation and Nintendo 64 came out, all of a sudden technology expanded enough to where we could start doing 3D, like polygonal type stuff. It was like, oh my gosh, you know, everyone just blew their minds because a whole new level of creativity could be accessed. And it's rough. It's always rough when it first starts out. But the more it's available, the more we work with, and the more we can craft things to where now we end up with photorealistic type stuff. However, that ends up creating an adverse issue of now where you're spending a ton of money, you have to have these massive teams, and it's a huge time and money sink that needs an equally huge return in order to be able to gain a profit. I mean, it's like when we look at companies such as like Square Enix saying that, oh, you know, yeah, the original Tomb Raider 2013, that's only a couple million. That didn't do well at all. And you're just like, what? But I mean, it's depending upon how much is being spent and how much it costs. If they can make CG or 3CG type stuff look good and be on a budget, I mean, evolution is unavoidable. That's the only constant in life is change.
Yeah.
As unfortunate or as fortunate as that may be.
I mean,
but,
just look at the Neanderthals. Where are they?
But by the way, Tony, do you like Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I've never.
I won't say it's the greatest. I don't agree with that statement.
No, like I think it's one of the best. I don't think it's the best. But I've noticed that a lot of Team Rem people don't like Cowboy Bebop. So
just because I'm part of a team doesn't mean that I'm always going to follow the set rules of said team. You know, that's one thing. You should never jump to a conclusion like that. That's one thing I always have a problem with people is just like, oh, you like this anime, so that must mean you're gonna hate this. I'm like, how the fuck do you even know that? You don't know that. Like I remember there was somebody that I did my review for Good Luck Girl, and someone in the comments like, oh, that must mean you're not gonna like Gintama. I'm like, how do you know that? I haven't seen Gintama, so you don't know whether or not I'm gonna like it. And from what I've seen, like clips of Gintama, I think I'm gonna like it. I mean, yeah, sure, it's gonna have drama in it, but if it's executed well, where it's a balance, I don't see why there would be an issue.
No, like,
but I like what Cyanide brought up, by the way, about trying things out. Like experimentation is inevitable, and we gotta experiment and grow. You know, when things become too stagnant, things don't grow and things start to die out. We don't need anime to be a stagnant pond. We need it to be a flowing river.
Okay, but no, like for example, Kimi no Nawa, the mix there is good. I like it, but Ajin is not. It sucks. All 3D
but
sucks.
That's one example though. That's you keep bringing up Ajin, but there are other 3D animes that are out there. One of my favorites and one that I was surprised that I actually liked. I don't know if any of you've seen it. It's called Arpeggio of Blue Steel.
Oh yeah,
No.
I know what you're talking
at
about.
first when I saw it and it was 3D, I'm like, oh god, it's 3D, and I held my nose up high. I'm like, I'm not gonna give this a chance. But as I was watching it, I started to realize that the 3D didn't bother me that much, and it was pretty well animated. It actually created some scenarios that you wouldn't be able to see using 2D animation, which I thought was pretty clever, and it was beautiful. There's a scene, and I believe it was episode 7 or 8, where one of the characters has to go into dive into the deep recesses of the sea, and you see like these sparkling lights, and it's illuminating, and it looked so beautiful, and it was 3D. I was so surprised. I was praising the animation of a 3D anime, which I thought I would never do.
By the way, that's a good point. I haven't seen that anime, so I can't speak to it. But Solmaka says that Knights of Sidonia was okay, and I agree. I did see Knights of Sidonia. It wasn't as bad. It's 3D animation, but it wasn't as bad as Ajin. But yeah, so I didn't hate it, but I feel like I would have liked it more if it was more in 2D. And also, Anime Recon, on an unrelated note, I will challenge you one day to a Japanese pronunciation off.
Oh god.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh god.
One day we will.
Come on.
Anytime, boy. Come on, anytime.
Come on, everybody. Let's leave these two weeaboos at their thing. Come on. Let's go.
You mean students of the Japanese language, bro?
Come on, guys. Let's leave these weeaboos alone now.
Hey, no, that's good. I actually plan on this will actually appeal to Anime Recon. Someone started translating the Konosuba in the Life game that came with the first Blu-ray, and I decided to try and pick that back up. But I'm looking around for translators while I handle the more fine-tuning stuff. So let me know how your progress goes.
Okay, I'll let you know. Another good CGI that I think I don't know if you guys have watched it. It is Bubuki Buranki. Have you? Anyone of you watched it?
Yes.
Who said
Bubaki
yes?
or Raki?
I did.
Oh,
CyanideBlizzard did.
Yes, Cyanide.
Cyanide's seen everything.
I've watched season 1 and 2 of Bubuki Buranki, and I am gonna say that it is probably one of my most favorite CGI anime, just because it was done in a different way than anything compared to from like Ajin and Berserk. That it was just so colorful, and I just loved the character design. There were a lot of things. It was like these little creatures that these users have, like they're called bubukis, and the gigantic, massive robots, which are called Burankis. The story was so intense, and I loved it. I just loved it. What are your thoughts about it, Cyanide? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Like, I wasn't too sure what to think when I first started watching it, but I think you actually encapsulated a lot of my own personal thoughts pretty well with your own. I wasn't as big of a fan, but no, there's a lot to appreciate, and more importantly, respect with both their approach and how they handled it.
Yeah.
So no, I mean, absolutely. I think that's a great thing to bring up there. Great show to bring up as well, because not very many people have seen it.
Good job, Macklenot. Way to go. Way to bring it up.
Thank you. No problem. I got you.
Good job, Mac. And by the way, guys, if you want to continue having Waifu Wars and continue the discussion even after this stream is finished, you can join us in the Discord. The link is in the description. There we go all day. We go all day. Ram versus Amelia. Cowboy Bebop being a great anime and Soul Maka not seeing it for some reason. And all that other kind of stuff.
Uproar, I think we've been talking way too much about, best waifu wars. How about we do some Husbando wars, yo? Let's do this.
All I'll
And,
say about
You know
best
that'd be
husband-
Kamina and Spike Spiegel. Like,
all I'll say
Who
about
said
best husbando. Best husbando goes to Yohei Tsunehara for obvious reasons. I'm done.
Nice.
Which
Obviously-
character? What? Which character? Macklenot? I didn't hear the name.
Tsunohara from
Yohei Tsunehara.
Anad.
Kirito from Sword Art Online.
Okay.
I see what you're doing there.
I think there's something in my ear. I thought you said Kirito from it for a second. What?
Yes, I said Kazuto Kirigaya from Sword Art Online.
Vladan, my buddy in the chat asked where's Gozen. Gozen's at school right now.
Gozen.
Getting
Be responsible.
Shout out to Gozen. He might be watching
Goes
like on the down low, like in class with headphones on.
Laughing his ass off.
Anyway, like don't even you can't best guy. There's no it's Kamina forever, always best dude, best
For
idol,
you.
best everything. Like it's Kamina, guys.
Uproar, I thought you said Lelouch. I thought you said Lelouch was your
No, Lelouch is
favorite guy
great.
from Code
Lelouch is
Geass.
great, but Kamina is like number one for everything. Like he's my idol in life. Like I call myself, I identify as live action Kamina. So when people ask me,
So
it's
you're not gonna have a long-lived life.
That's
Well,
convenient actually, because I refer to myself as IRL's Yohei Tsunehara, so that's perfect.
so I see that. But no, yeah, when people ask me what's your preferred pronoun, I say live action Kamina.
Do people have to ask you what your preferred pronoun is? Do you have something you haven't told us?
Everyone has to ask now. That's the way of the world.
Oh, the SJWs.
Yeah.
That could be a rant on its own.
Oh God. I don't even want to get into it, bro.
We here at Rant
We don't
Cafe
have-
support all lifestyles, no matter what we may say.
Yeah, you don't want to make that claim. There are some lifestyles.
We support all lifestyles except those that cause harm to others.
Okay, John Stuart Mill. I actually don't identify as a liberal. I identify as a Rousseauian Republican. So I do believe that.
So are you Republican? What?
Yes, not Republican in the sense of Republican Party, but Republican in the sense of the philosophy based on Jean-Jacques Rousseau's work.
Oh, you mean that dead guy's work? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
well, they're all the smart people are dead, bro.
Well, what are you talking about? Macklenot's right there.
Yeah, I guess the Tsunoharas of the world are still alive.
Wait a minute. Where do I remember that name from? Tsunohara.
Clannad.
Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Blonde hair girl.
Yeah, that's right.
Blonde haired guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
You are live action Tsunohara. That's kind of tragic.
Not actually.
I'd say that's kind of tragic. No.
Oh yeah, it's awful. I hate it, but no, it's not a
I
thing.
don't even who would your waifu or your husbando be all day anime?
I have to agree with Kamina to be honest. Like,
Wow, way to betray Luffy. Ooh.
I went from One
One
Piece. I
Piece
picked
guy.
Sanji over Luffy. Let's be real here.
No. We all know best character in One Piece
yeah.
has to go to Zolo. Okay, come on.
Do you say Zolo?
Zolo is
Zolo.
YOLO, baby.
Zolo.
That's how much of a fan I am of One Piece. I remember the characters' names. Zolo.
Yeah,
and
from
and,
One Piece, I
and
like the one with the
mommy, you know, the one with the big tits and the orange hair. Mommy. You know,
Mommy.
yeah, my favorite character is the one with the
Mommy?
boobs. I haven't seen the show though.
No, my favorite character is Pico.
Oh.
Both.
Okay, no. That's good. This is good. Because
Let's get it out. Let's get it out
this
now.
is good because there you have it, folks. Team Ram. There you go. There you go.
And that was the tragic tale of how the Black Critic Guy died on stream.
Oh, the Black Critic Guy finally switched sides in the great Rem Amelia War.
why would I switch sides? I still love Rem. I just don't agree with Anime Recon because I know he's trolling.
Of course I'm trolling.
Tony, so what did you think of Kiss Him Not Me? Like I didn't see a review yet. Give us a rundown.
Ooh, wow! I thought we were friends. guess we're not friends.
Yeah, like Tony just did a review of Kiss Him Not Me, very manly anime. So that's why I wanted to.
We were friends,
I wanted to ask him his thoughts because, of course, by the way, again, as I always like to remind everyone, the links to everyone's channel here is in the description, and Tony is doing Romance Month this month, so
featuring Macklenot.
Hell yeah. Just say when and where, my friend, and I'll be there. I'll be there.
Someone is saying I do not represent Team Rem. Oh, really? Ambu Bildkops. I don't know how to fucking pronounce your name. He says I do not represent Team Rem.
Fight amongst each other.
No.
This was your plan all along, wasn't it, Briggs?
Brilliant tacticianary.
Very brilliant.
Team.
You make Magellan want to smile.
For Team Amelia,
Magellan from One Piece.
Yo, did you watch One Piece? You're throwing me off so hard. Like, that's not a name that like most like non-fans would know.
Oh no, I know Magellan because he's one of the coolest villains I've ever seen. Like, I like him. And Magellan, here's a fun fact: Magellan, the name, is based off of a real guy, and he actually found Guam, the island that I'm from. There's a big history about how when he was sailing across because he sailed across the world. One of the places he stopped by was Guam. He found Guam. And
this is perfect for me. I'm a fact dude, so I will eventually be making a video about Magellan, and I'll have to get into that.
Yeah,
nice. He's the guy. Magellan was the guy that back in the 1500s. He said, "Hey, I'm gonna sail around the world," and he did. But sadly, he died in the Philippines during a big war, so he wasn't able to complete his trip. But his crew was able to complete the trip.
Spoiler alert, he also found the Strait of Magellan, which is the strait that you go to circle the South America from the east coast to the west.
But Magellan as a character, though, pretty badass. And if I'm correct, isn't he the only villain to ever best Luffy?
Basically, because
and that's what makes him so cool. Like, that's awesome. I like
Luffy basically had to run away from him. Thank God for his Luffy could definitely take him on now. One, Luffy kind of can't be affected by poison, and he's way stronger now than before. He can deal with Logia types now.
So we gotta see the comeback fight. I'm waiting.
I would love to see. I would absolutely love to see that. Like, that arc is one of my favorite arcs.
But I threw you off when I brought up the name Magellan. Magellan.
I tripped out so hard. I'm like, did this guy watch One Piece and just not saying it? Like,
Briggs, is One Piece the only long anime that you watched?
No, I watch a lot of long anime. I'm fully caught up with Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z. Obviously, I've watched all those. Watched Naruto, watched Bleach. I've watched it all.
What about Fairy
By
Tail?
the way, Creep Ellen, I'm sure you're loving this convo that they just had.
Yeah.
Wait, who?
Creep Ellen's in the chat. It's like 1 a.m. where she is, 1:30 a.m. or something, but she's still here because of all the One Piece talk.
Yeah, she's here for the One Piece and Shinpaku Alliance. You're making me so happy before.
She's gonna be singing "Yayo Yayo."
Dreaming. Keep it up, Luffy.
I do have a question for you, All Day Anime. What is your favorite opening and ending theme from One Piece?
So for opening, a lot of people say the first one. I really like the first one, but for me, it's the second one. It's really fast paced, and I can't even remember. I don't remember the words, to be honest, or else I would sing a verse for you. I will link it in the chat for you after.
Mine is I like the fifth opening and the sixth opening. I believe the fifth one is Kokoro no Chizu, and then number 6 was Brand New World.
I like the sixth one as well.
Brand New World. I love.
Are there any Fairy Tail fans over here?
Let's go ahead and kick Anime Recon out of the chat now.
Are you kidding me?
The only long-running shonen I didn't mention was Fairy Tail.
So none of you people here watch Fairy Tail.
I watched the first 100 episodes twice.
I watched the first 100 episodes once.
That's it. So you're not gonna wait for the next part to come out.
I watched the first 50 episodes. once.
Yeah, I watched the first 52, and then, like I said it before, it was because I was watching it in French, but then I couldn't find any more episodes in French. So
They say chocolate blur a lot.
You guys don't understand the story, boys. You
yeah,
need
they don't say Urza, they say Erza, which is much cooler in my
It
opinion.
is Erza.
That does actually sound cool. That does count.
Okay, right now, who is best girl? Erza versus Lucy. Who's it?
Ezra. Duh. Nobody cares about Lucy.
Menmac, best
Apparently
girl.
She's the main character.
I care about Lucy.
I care about Lucy and the fact that I'm just waiting for her to end up with not
That's it. That's all I.
I don't know how
It's
they
gonna
don't
happen
realize-
eventually.
I
It's gonna
don't
happen.
Prolonging it.
I don't know how they don't realize that Lucy is the Rem of that show, but whatever.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, man.
Better than
No,
Urza.
no, no. I would
Urza's
say
mom.
Lucy is Amelia. Erza is Rem. How about that? That's the best way to put it right there. How about that?
Except it's the other way around.
Yeah. I don't know what you're saying there.
And happy
Guys, we-
is happy.
Happy as fuck.
We
Happy.
chased
Happy as fuck. There we go.
Happy.
we chased
Yes.
cyanide.
Yeah.
We chased cyanide away with all of our fairy tale talk. He hates fairy tale.
Oh, actually, I own like 12, 13, 14 Blu-rays of it. So
Ooh.
See, he hates it, guys. We gotta talk about something better.
Buying them out of spite. How dare you?
buying them out of spite, yes. I also own all of their previous work. Well, I can't remember the name. Groove Adventure Rave. There we go.
I just
So I bought all
want
the manga of that. Fun
just
fact:
want-
it was also the first manga I ever bought. So
Nice. I just want to point out that Roger Smith 2004 said he was leaving an hour ago, and he's still in the chat. So yeah, that's how
Good.
addictive Rant Cafe is. Everybody.
It's because we started talking about One Piece.
Hashtag best streams yet to come.
Can't
Best
be helped.
streams Yet to come.
Hashtag One Piece guy.
Hashtag One Piece. guy.
yo.
If there is one issue I have with One Piece. I don't know if you'll agree with me on this, Briggs.
Okay,
but
let's hear it.
why don't any of the main characters die? Like I know it seems like a big deal, but
Oh,
it
they
would just
do.
be more massive. It'd be more impactful if one of the main characters in the crew actually died.
So I have actually never cried in any anime series except for One Piece twice.
Oh,
Well, when the brother died,
When
he
the
had
brother
hole-
died.
when the hole punched through his heart.
And when the doctor died, Dr. Hearluck,
But
And
they're
his
but the thing
speech.
is, they're not main characters. They're
they're not main characters.
Why can't they kill a main character? You know.
I'd say if Luffy's crew was larger, they could do it. But he has this thing about keeping his crew very like small in contact, like very small. So I feel like if any character were to be killed off, a part would be missing of the crew. Like
that would
every
be
no,
good.
like
That'd
every
be
single
good.
person is needed for Luffy to become the Pirate King.
But no, that would lead to some good character development. Loss is a very big part. I think honestly that's missing in most anime. I think that's why I respected Gurren Lagann because when
True.
they killed Kamina, like in episode 8, I'm like, oh shit, that's actually really good. That can lead to a lot of character development right there.
You're definitely
I
right
thought
because
so.
Luffy has specifically said that he is very flawed, and without his crews like filling in for his flaws, he wouldn't be able to like do anything. So that would cause him to grow, right?
Yeah, exactly. And the hard thing is like who should die, you know? Because I don't
Yeah.
think Zolo and Nami should not die. Those two shouldn't.
So
But I have a feeling like it should be either like Sanji, or Chopper. Should die.
No, don't kill Chopper.
But that's the thing.
Why would
if
you say
if
that?
Chopper died, it might be impactful. Chopper is a very cutesy character that a lot of people remember and stuff.
Yeah, it'd be
And
impactful in the sense that like you don't want to live anymore.
It's kind of like what they did with Wash in Firefly when they killed him off. I think if they kill a character in One Piece, I think it would actually lead to a much interesting and darker arc for Luffy and help him grow as a character.
Tony,
Yeah.
I see you like characters to die, don't you? So you prefer characters to die in anime series.
I don't prefer them to die. I'm just saying that it'd be very interesting because I mean, if
It'd be
there's
good
one
for the
problem I
story.
have with shonen anime is characters will be literally at the brink of death, but then they'll be fine. Like one of the things I hated about Bleach was that characters be cut in half. Like what was that one arc when they went into like Espada or something like that, and one of the guys literally gets cut down the middle, and he's just like, "Oh, it's a flesh wound. I'll be fine." And literally, in the next episode, he's okay. But
How
they're
about
like,
friendship?
dying,
telling you.
dying. What
Have
are we
you
doing?
watched Danganronpa? because in this anime there's so much character development. Has any of you watched it?
I've seen Danganronpa was one of my favorite animes of 2014.
Yeah, that had a lot of characters dying and led to so much character development. I've watched the original. I watched I've watched the other two as well while playing the games. So it was really enjoyable.
I just want to say that if you enjoy characters dying, Tony, stay tuned.
I don't enjoy characters dying.
It's confirmed.
Like it really sounded like
Next episode of Rant Café,
I'm telling.
It's actually really nihilistic. Really.
Stay tuned for season 2 of ReZero, my friend.
I don't want. It's not that I like characters dying. I'm saying death is a very relevant thing that happens in life, and I feel like a lot of death that happens in anime is kind of either frivolous or avoided, especially when it comes to shonen. One of the biggest criminals of that was Dragon Ball Z.
True.
They always would bring characters back, and it's like, well, there goes the weight of that death. That's why the history of Trunks was such a good little episode or OVA, because death actually meant something in that world. When Gohan died, it impacted Trunks as a character, and it helped him to grow.
I will be right back. Something is about to die. My computer.
So too, because on the other end of the scale, death needs to be used in a really clever way, and the build needs to have development. You obviously mentioned Kamiya before, and that's a really good example. There have been other shows. One that I was reading the manga of that I kind of liked, but became a grievous offender of this was Akame ga Kill, where it sort of followed the manga aspect that Battle Royale did, where we develop a character and then kill them off. In which case, the character would get like a brief development segment and then die off, as opposed to developing the character over a segment of time, which unfortunately tends to work against most series as opposed to for. So yeah, no, I agree. Stakes need to be established, and there needs to be something that can motivate the main character or motivate the other characters to push them up further. But yeah, at the same time, there needs to be impact. Otherwise, like I remember I think it was like the second episode of Gundam Iron Blood Orphans, where this character gets killed, Danshi, and myself and my former co-host were like, "Oh no, Danshi, you are my favorite." Remember Danshi? Yeah, they're talking about how he randomly ate boobs, and it's like, oh yeah, Danshi, he loved boobs.
Yo,
You're
I
just like,
saw that today. I just
him.
saw those first 2 episodes today. I just started that anime. That's so funny.
Well, see, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me for this, Cyanide. But I actually loved Akame ga Kill, and the deaths in Akame ga Kill felt very reminiscent to Game of Thrones, which is one of my favorite TV shows, and one of the few TV shows that was daring to kill characters that we liked. Now, I do see your point where it's like, one of the deaths that happened early on in the series was Shelly, and I liked Shelly. In fact, she died in the episode that focused on her. But the death was impactful because at this point, things have been very easy for the group. They were coasting, and there was no immediate threat to them. When Shelly died in season...
that was really good as well. So,
Tony, school days.
Nice boat.
What about school days?
People in the chat are just saying that Tony prefers school days. Since you like characters being killed.
Yeah, in like one episode at the end. Yeah, sure.
Oh yes, jeez. But no, it's at points like it does that. And there's other points where Chelsea, obviously, what happens with her, and that was probably one of my biggest regrets as a character when she was introduced. I kind of liked her personality, but then it was kind of like the way they were building her up. I remember reading the manga. I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill her off, aren't they? And then head on a pole. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake!
Yeah, I do feel like that death did. That's the one death that I didn't like in the anime, where I'm like, okay, maybe more time with the character where we can actually care about her a little bit more, because she joins the group and then like almost in a split minute, there she goes, she's dead, and hanging, like you said, hanging from that pole. I'm like, ugh.
Come on.
Macklenot would not approve.
Macklenot would not approve.
Macklenot is a lover, not a killer.
I don't know. That mustache says differently.
Does this say killer to you?
That's a love stash. That's a love stash.
The love stash.
It's a Menma mustache.
But guys, I think we've been streaming already for an hour and a half, so maybe we should wind it down a bit slowly, and then talk about that Rem and Amelia stuff private, so that we can hash that out. However, I do want to say to everyone in the chat, if you want to continue the debates, you can join the Discord server, link in the description. And before we do that, though, I want to make sure that I go through everyone and everyone says who they are and what they do kind of on their channel. I'm going to start with Anime Recon, a.k.a. loves Kirito, loves Boku no Pico, and loves Rem. Go ahead, bro.
I don't fucking love Boku no Pico. That's just a troll reference that I made. Yeah, I know. It's okay.
It's too late now. It's too late.
How's it going, my fans world? My name's Anime Recon, and I do live reactions on seasonal anime and exciting top 10s by recommending shows that you guys need to watch. And yeah, my channel is in the description.
Yep, absolutely. Let's go to Briggs. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? I'm Briggs from All Day Anime. I bring you all the facts that you need about series and characters. There's some interesting stuff that you wouldn't already know. Just want to give my little tidbit about this anime industry. Just to everyone, before I end off, just support series that you love, and that'll keep it going. We're so passionate about anime. You gotta support the industry, specifically One Piece. You know, Kenichi's Mighty Disciple, all that stuff.
How else are we gonna find out how they get to the Grand Line if you don't support it?
Yeah, support One Piece, guys. One Piece
One
needs more episodes and chapters.
It already has over 700 episodes. I think it had enough.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, need that ending.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna get the One Piecers after me. Let's go to CyanideBlizzard.
Hello, everyone. My name is CyanideBlizzard, aka TableCoon. I do first impressions with a little bit of satire and a little bit of criticism. Gotta echo Briggs there. Definitely, do what you can to support the industry, even if you're not able to financially. Try to, do what you can to help them out. Because I mean, that's just it. We should support things that we love. Content creators that you love, and like YouTubers. It's no different than that. Support the channels you like, that you enjoy, because we're all here working together. Support the guy that's to the left of me with the mustache, and then the guy next to him. You should give him some love too.
No, don't give me any love.
Why is the chat going mad about Corey? Why is it a fucking anime?
Corey
in the house.
Corey in the house.
Corey in the house.
I
Best anime ever.
I did that. It was my fault.
Incredible Sakuga.
Someone said Boku no Pico is best anime, and I said Boku or Corey. But so that was
Corey
my
no Pico.
fault. I'll take responsibility for that. But yeah, guys, like Cyanide said, support anime YouTubers. Like, I'm completely unbiasedly saying that you should do that. Mac, let's go to you.
Oh, hey, Macklenot. I specialize, I guess, in sarcastic anti-content, like how not to win at video games and how legit theories on certain animes. But I mostly stream on the Twitch machine and I play games there. So if you like either of those things, you can come check that out on both channels because that's in the description. You can click on it and it takes you there and you can hit the subscribe button. It's a great time. Please subscribe. I'm very lonely. Who's this?
Yes, and also, by the way, if you subscribe to him, his mustache does come with the deal. So
It's true.
you will.
I shave it off, send it to you, grow it back instantly. It's
Macklenot, shave off your mustache on 1 million subscribers.
that's fair.
Live, do it live.
I mean, I do it.
Do
I
it
do it
live.
live. I'm looking for an excuse.
Live, Macklenot shaving his mustache.
That'd be the
What-
best to be
the thing
continued
is,
meme ever.
What have
Just
you called your mustache?
Yeah.
What have you called your mustache?
Annoying.
No, honestly, what is the name of your mustache? Give it a name.
Susan Berkeley the Third.
All right.
You asked for it, Recon.
Very elegant.
You asked for it.
But when the time comes, you're gonna have to
You
take
have to
off.
kill Susan.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
kill
her.
her.
Yep. Don't worry, she'll go back in time. She'll go back.
And okay, guys, the mustache talk aside, now we're gonna go to Tony, BlackCriticGuy. Tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us what you do. Tell us how you're going to take that loss in the Rem versus Amelia debate?
Oh god.
Tell us all.
Where the hell is the mediator, man?
How are you going to
different instances where I'm waiting
Throw the
for
flag. Throw a flag.
How are you going to cope, bro?
Now I'm gonna have to ask like Bryn's fandom to do like the mediating. 'Cause
Well, I'm saving my mediating for the day that the mediating needs to happen.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Where's
yeah,
Black?
you can't do
Where's
it.
Black Rose when I need her?
You can't do it because on this stream, I am the law.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll
Guess
defend-
what? Guess what? I have home field advantage in my channel.
Oh, yeah, everyone's gonna be like, I'm only here for Tony. I'm only here for Tony. Well, Tony's good, but does he make an uproar?
Tony fans are Rem fans. That's it. Tony fans are Rem fans.
Oh, we will see. I feel like there's a lot of closet Amelia fans on Tony's channel.
So basically,
Like,
Tony.
There's closeted gays, not closeted Rem or Amelia fans. Come on, get it right. Get it
Tony
right.
has
Get it tight.
over 70,000 subscribers, so basically 70,000 Rem fans. That tops you, Breaks and Anime, bro. 70,000 Rem fans.
They're not all Rem fans. You're wrong, bro. You're wrong. You will all see. Yeah, but yeah, Tony, now seriously tell us what you're doing on your channel.
Mediator, you're gonna jump in anytime.
Oh, I will. Only when it gets too savage.
All right. Well, anyway, hey guys, I'm Macklenot, the CyanideBlizzard critic guy. I review the snow and the weather. I also review pills that you find at your local pharmacy. I make sure that they're not poisonous. I also like to make sure that they're in one piece too. You know, they can't be split apart. So enough of the references there. Yeah, but anyway, I'm Tony the Black Critic Guy. I review movies and anime on a very weekly basis, and I like talking to cool people, which I did tonight. So that's great.
Thank you, bro. And as you
Check
can
out
see,
their
guys,
channels.
Tony is a true showman, so definitely support him. He deserves 7 million subscribers.
Oh yeah.
And-
And that's coming from a Amelia fan, guys. You know,
Yes, it's true.
There's respect here.
It's
And
true.
that's one
We
thing
do respect
I want
each
to
other.
bring up. Be respectful in the comments. You know, as much as we do disagree, we always respect each other. You can
Absolutely.
disagree.
Screw
each
you
other.
and your
Don't-
opinion.
Hey.
Only a one piece
Mediate.
fan.
Mac just threw a flag.
Oh, now you threw a flag.
Yeah, now he's into it. But yeah, like absolutely, Tony, great showman. All the people here are great guys. Definitely check them out. We only have guys today. The girls couldn't make it. They couldn't take any more of our Rem versus Amelia, Eri versus Giacomo nonsense.
No, they heard that I was gonna be here. I mean, after all, they hate me, Bryn and Rose.
It's true.
True story.
I don't know. They said you're okay to me, but then yeah, they said you're good.
They're lying.
They're lying.
They don't trust me probably enough to tell me the truth.
He's gonna tell Tony what we said.
But yeah, guys, definitely thank you for coming out, everyone in the chat. Roger Smith is still here. Creep Ellen is still here, even though they were going to bed like 3 hours ago. So thank you guys for staying. I know we're just too entertaining for you, and that's the way we like it. We will be back next week at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are doing lots of fun stuff. Rant Café, Best Cafe. And like I said, thank you for joining us. Pleasure yet again. And now we're going to hash out the details for the Rem versus Amelia showdown, and you will be informed as soon as we know. And until next time, everybody, see ya, Space Cowboys.
Bang.